Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I'm hoping to film something real quick and short that'll be easy to edit, because although I've been filming quite a bit and editing quite a bit, everything that I have set myself up to create is taking so long to edit, and I've got so little time to do that I stopped kind of making art. And so I kind of pushed that all aside and focused on just making art and doing some editing, but not enough to actually post something. So my hope is today, quick and short, I'm just doing a little palette. You can see I've already got my equipment ready to film right here. Well, maybe you don't know, but that's my filming setup. So I just got this palette and I've been playing around with it and I want to swatch it out. So I'm gonna film swatching it, and I'll tell you a little bit about this palette, why I picked it, and the paints that are inside of it. And hopefully this will be short and sweet and easy to edit, and I will actually get it up. That is my goal. I already made this swatch, but I'm not really happy with how I made it, and I didn't film it, so I'm gonna do it over again. I'm going to use this as a ruler. It's a little note from the designer of this palette. You guys hear that? That's my son testing out his new bell. And I can use this as a reference. I want to be able to write the names of the colors underneath. So these are Mijello Mission Gold paints. They are, it's a pure pigment set. Got a cat hair in here. Thought I'd share with you some cat hair dissection. So when I bought this set, I didn't know very much about watercolor, but another artist on YouTube really loves them. Loved? I don't think they're her favorite anymore. Arlisha. So I'm painting outside the lines because I want to see the opacity of the paint. When you put Mijello paints down, they really stay where you put them, which you may or may not want when you're working with watercolor. I think that's a really nice thing for beginners though. So I would recommend them for beginners. One thing I regret about how I filled up this palette is that I don't like the order that I put the paints in. I wish that I had put it in a more rainbowy order, but I was kind of going with which ones I thought I would use a lot of. Obviously I thought I'd use a lot of the yellow and the red, and then I have 3 different blues here. So I didn't really want all of one blue. And I know I'm going to use the most of this yellow because it's a good mixing yellow, as opposed to this one, which is not so great. This one's more, it'll mix with all the other colors more and make prettier colors, or brighter colors at least, than this one will be mixing with all these other colors. I feel like this is really beating up. I don't know if it's the paper, the sizing of the paper. Did I touch it and get oil from my hands on it? I'm not really sure. So the best mixing blue I don't have on this palette. The best mixing blue is version of cyan, and it would be phthalo blue. I don't really like phthalo blue because it's so staining, and I like lifting colors. All right, I'm gonna clean off my Prussian Blue. I feel like Prussian Blue might be kind of close to phthalo blue. You guys let me know what you think. What are your experiences? So I've got ultramarine blue, Prussian blue. Ultramarine blues and cobalt blue that I have are very, in most watercolor sets I've found. Sets, what am I saying? Oops, wrong color. most watercolor brands that I found that they are, what is the word? Multitasking, so difficult. Granulating. I don't know if Prussian Blue is granulating, but I do know these two are, which I like sometimes, most of the time. You can get these pans out and move them, but I don't know how. I have 3 extra pans, it comes with 2 little ones and 1 big one. So one of the reasons I wasn't using these paints is because I paint outside the house a lot. My studio has all my stuff in it. And if I'm painting in my studio, I can get a plate out like this, and I can squeeze these tubes onto here. I'm not mixing brands up right now because I really want to understand the different properties that are in each brand and how the different watercolors move before I start mixing things up based on what's my favorite color and which brand or anything like that. I notice a lot of very experienced artists do that. They choose what they think is the best color in each brand. I'm not there yet. I'm just trying to figure out how Core and Mijello move differently. So I'll tell you a little bit about this palette while I'm waiting for the paint to dry. I said this was gonna be a short video, but let's see. Where are we on time? Let me climb up here and check. Stop moving. 14 minutes. Yeah, unless I speed some of this up. So Eco Palette, I liked it because it was made of bamboo and it had a decent sized mixing area, and these are removable. How you get them out, I don't know. They're stuck in there with magnets. I guess I would try it maybe when it was dry, but I haven't been able to get any of them out once I put them in, except this little, the closing magnet, that came out. That was not something I wanted out. So the next thing I'm gonna do here is label. Oh, I was telling you why I wasn't using my Mijellos, because I didn't have them in a palette that I could take out of the house. And I have quite a few little metal ones with different watercolor paints, different brands in it, but I didn't have my Mijellos in one. So I got this one just the other day, and so far it is my favorite palette that I have ever used for traveling around. I like to have all this information here, but I think the only thing that I really care about, that I'm gonna think about, is staining, whether or not something's staining. So I can put these little symbols here, and that'll give me information. Light fastness, I mean, they should all be light fast, so that's not even something I would write down. And I like to know the pigment number. So this is PY3. So I'll write those down if I can fit them nicely. So I managed to film making the swatch. I hope that, ooh, it's backwards to me. Will it be backwards to you? I don't know. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and it was nice seeing y'all. Bye.